Hey, what's up? It's your favorite vampiric Foxboy, VenomousNinetails. Y'all can just call me Josh. So, obviously, I haven't been streaming regularly. Part of that's because I've been tabling for, events. The other part of that is, I have to now relocate from my apartment, my entire stream PC and setup. But that's not what today's video is about. So, today's video is why I changed my views on Kick, of all places. And because I want to piss off my haters. So, this is a continuation of where we were when we were in the park. I have had future Josh here. I've had to re-record some things. So, I wanted to explain why my views on Kick have changed. So, I want to get into a couple things. Twitch and Kick have the exact same problems with racism, misogyny, crimes occurring on stream, just all sorts of dumbass shit, right? Kick and Twitch have the exact same problems. But whenever an actual crime does occur on stream, whether it be the guys that were hazing this dude in France, or whether it be Sam Pepper shooting fireworks at an Indian kid, Kick was actually very quick in banning those guys. They didn't wait for a shit ton of public outrage. And even though Kick's eventually going to get ads soon, probably within a year or two, I'm hoping it's 2-3 years down the road. I'm hoping it takes them a while to figure out how to do non-invasive ads so we can have another 2-3 years without ads, God willing. But yeah, those are problems that Kick and Twitch actually have, but Kick is faster at banning people. And then you take Nina Lynn, who literally shoplifts on stream, and she tried to hold down and with this other girl Zoe and forcibly twerk on Saeed, and you could see him saying no, 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 and trying to get the hell away. He wasn't feeling it. I feel so sorry for Saeed. And then the guy that sexually assaulted Emaru, they initially only gave him a 30-day ban, and it ended up being perma because he called that shit out, and Emmy's a big streamer, and also Emmy's manager was really fucking mad at them, and Twitch still didn't give them the guy's username or personal name that did it. They finally gave it to the cops, and the cops confirmed that they got it, but it took what? I don't know, how much of Emmy's manager harassing them. So, and then it took 6 weeks for Nina Lynn to get banned. I'm sorry, but this shit is just really fucking stupid. Twitch would probably still be my main platform just because it has a better community, but realistically, I multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to be adding Kick. I already have monetization unlocked on Kick, so if you want to go to drop me a follow, maybe even a sub at kick.com/VenomousNinetails, go for it. I'd actually prefer you do it there because even without a sub, you get ad-free viewing. And also, not only that, but technically it is a better split with Kick, and the viewer experience is way better on Kick than on Twitch. It's basically a stripped down version of Twitch that almost feels I don't know, the 2015 to 2019 sort of bleed purple days. And I started Twitch in 2019, so also I have a shit ton I have 60 free channel emotes, not free, free slots, and I've only used a certain amount of them. So even with a tier 1 sub, you can unlock most of my emotes, which I think is amazing. Yeah, you get more bang for your buck on Kick than you do with Twitch. Now I will use 2 different streaming programs because I have the 2 PCs set up. I'll stream to Twitch and YouTube in 1440p, 1440-60, and to Kick in 1080p by using the mirrored camera. There's very little loss in doing so you could still enjoy pretty good video quality on Kick. Originally, I was against streaming on Kick not because it was owned by a gambling platform or because they were giving out gambling deals or gambling sponsorships. It's more my mindset was, if it's basically Vegas, will they really care about enforcing their own TOS? This is already a problem with Twitch. And then they had the one employee who basically exposed everything that was wrong with Kick's toxic culture. In terms of service, say you need to be 16 to stream, right? And they had an 11-year-old streaming. You have to be 13 to use Kick, and you have to be 16 to stream. Same rules as Twitch, right? They had an 11-year-old And they had people that were like making a ton of pedophile comments, and they had people that were political extremists. Well, that shit's dialed down a lot. Kick's actually cleaned most of that shit up. Whereas Twitch still has a lot of the same problems. Actually, Twitch has massive problems of extremism, problems with misogyny and misandry, and blatant problems with racism. You can't even get someone banned for like SA for more than 30 days. Twitch is literally the platform where you could SA someone on stream or like steal shit on stream, get unbanned like a month later, until like people actively brigade Twitch for like 6 weeks to get them to actually enforce their own terms of service. So it's more like Kick used to be the Wild West, and now they're more like enforcing their own terms of service, whereas Twitch was slightly stricter, and then now they stopped enforcing their terms of service, and it's just the wild West. Honestly, like, I kind of think a lot of problems would be solved if Twitch just got an entirely new executive board. I do think Dan Clancy and Mary Kitch, more so Dan Clancy, are like the main problem, but I think the entire board's got to go. I just don't trust any of these people. I just stream there because it has a better community and it's a platform most of my friends are on. At the end of the day, I'm just a goth guy that like wants to play video games and nerd out with my friends, talk about anime, and you know, maybe listen to a bit of like Stitched Apart or Sisters of Mercy or Bauhaus. Well, I listen to every alternative genre, not just gothic rock and gothic metal, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. Personally, like, I don't think either website's gonna die anytime soon. I think Kick is actually the first real competitor Twitch has had in years, and I think this is, besides obviously YouTube. And somehow Trovo's still chugging along, because I've debated streaming on Trovo. But right now it's YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And the irony is, it's the gambling site that's the one that's cleaning their act up compared to where they were literally a year ago. I unironically trust the gambling site more. So it is what it is. You pick your poison and have to deal with like the exact same shit either way. And then on top of that, another reason why I changed my views on Kick, I actually watched Nutty's video on it. Is Kick actually better than Twitch 4 months ago? I watched that video when it was fairly new, and I made my Kick account like a little bit before TwitchCon. That video came out in, what, August was it? November, October, September, August, yeah. We're in December now, so. And I made my account a little bit before TwitchCon. That's the boat we're actively in right now. Kick will actually warn you if like you're violating copyright or like you're supposed to turn on a feature that you don't. Multi-streaming, when you're part of KPP, there's like a little toggle that you're supposed to turn on like shortly after you go live. Okay, I'm multi-streaming on XYZ platform. You turn on a toggle for multi-streaming, blah, 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 right? If you do something that's against TOS, Kick will actually warn you if they like catch you while you're live. If they don't catch you while you're live, they'll like message you and be like, what's up with this? And I'm paraphrasing here. That's Nutty's video. I will link that down in the description so you guys can actually go and watch them. I'll actually probably put that as a pinned comment. As far as just personal life updates go, obviously this isn't my studio apartment. I've moved again. Things have actually been patched up a little bit. Moving on to bigger and better things soon. It's not the same shit situation it was a year ago when, like, you know, I lived with my aunt for a few months. I've successfully moved all my crap out of my apartment. I started watching Gacha Akuda, and I've been binge watching that. It is the absolute hype. After I put Nutty's video in one of the comments, I'm going to put my links for Gacha Akuda stuff probably in another comment underneath it, as well as like in the description below, because I'm actually partnered with Advanced GG. And like when I noticed it had the Gacha Akuda stuff, well, when I noticed it for the second time, I'm like, okay, I've been meaning to watch this anime anyway. I'm gonna go binge it. I go and binge it. It's got a really, really good story. It has really, really good world building. I haven't seen an anime this good since like I watched D Gray Man as a middle schooler, high schooler. I was probably between 13 and 14 when I first watched D Gray Man. I also like binge watched Blue Exorcist around the same time. But I was a sophomore actually. So when I was 15, I actually sang that song in Japanese for school talent show. So yeah, I've got a lot of good shit going on. Obviously, you guys probably recognize where I am right now. Stay tuned for some more updates. I'm actually going to be getting my own little studio pretty soon. Not studio apartment, like part of the condition of me moving back was getting the studio I was promised like 7-8 years ago. So that's going to be fun. And I don't really know what to say other than Kick is not the shithole it was a year ago, and I had to delete my negative comments off Twitter because I genuinely changed my views about it. It's not even like, oh, it's a new platform, might be more discoverable, has better revenue split, although that does help liberate you to create more content that you actually want to do and like not be pushed by any parasocial weirdos, right? No, we're literally in the boat that like is basically online Vegas. So it's an online Vegas casino, but for advertising, cryptocurrency, and sports betting. Is the one that's actually showing an ounce of professionalism when it was a shithole a year ago. Now it feels like old Twitch. It was like old Twitch around the time I started. It's really fucking weird, man. And honestly, I just want chill vibes. So it is what it is. And I actually, believe it or not, I trust Steak Eddie more than I trust Dan Clancy. Doesn't that mean I've sold out to like hyper consumerism. It's just another platform I use to create. So it is what it is. And I've said that like a shit ton of times. I've repeated myself a shit ton of times. Honestly, I'm just going to own it and say it. My name is Josh, better known as VenomousNinetails. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Not currently streaming because I have to get, my PC set up and running again. And build my soundproof streaming studio. This is going to be fun. We're in a new era of VenomousNinetails. Also, since I've stopped repressing myself, get ready for some goth gangster shit. Probably going to have a new piercing vlog coming up soon when I get the double helix done. Hopefully early next year. Now you have more ways to engage with me. I'll continue adding platforms to multi-stream on, and something else I've done, I'm actually going to be multi-streaming to Twitter too. My multi-streaming to Twitter is literally just going to be like me using Twitter as to say I'm live on like Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. We're going to be working on some like proper end screens and outros, proper intros. Be sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord. All my links are in the description. And don't shame anyone for streaming where they want, whether that's Kick, YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo. Pretty much all I've got to say. And, hopefully next time you see me, I have my black nail polish and eyeliner on. Or a couple more piercings. Actually, no, you're going to see me a couple more times before I get the piercings done. Because I have way more of these vlogs to make. I do have plans for like my little office with my little streaming studio. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and I might be trying to plan something for late 2026. I might want to do my own award show. I'll put the jot form, my award show, in the description. Still don't know how I'm going to carry that out. I'm looking for sponsors for that. So we'll see what happens.